Hello everyone, Omerko here, self-taught web developer. Welcome to yet another video for Angular Material series. This time we will use CDK overlay. And yes, we already worked with different overlays like bottom sheet, menu and even dialogues. But this time we will use overlay on its own and also create our own drop-down section with it. This overlay is a standalone package that we can use to create our own overlays and use our own styling. Otherwise, we would have that default styling from material. The first thing that I will do, I will generate two components. One to open my dropdown and the other to show the content in a dropdown. So for that I will use command of ng, g for generate, c for component, and I will generate my component in components /cdk/overlay. And also I will use command to generate my dropdown component with command of ng, g for generate, c for component, and I will generate this component in components /cdk/overlay/overlay dropdown. Now I can use my overlay component. To do that, I will open my app.component.html file. Here I will first hide this component from the last video. If you wish to watch that video, you can find a link to it down in the description of this one. Right after it, I will use comment of CDK overlay. Then I can use my overlay component that I generated. And also I will use ending comment here, which is end of CDK overlay. As this overlay is a standalone package, we must import it. So for that I will open my app.module.ts file, and at the top of this file I will use import my overlay module, and I will import that module from @angular/cdk/overlay. I will also make sure to pass this overlay module down in imports array, so we could use the overlay from this module. From here I can find my overlay component, which is in this CDK, then overlay, and I will open up the HTML file for that component. In this file I can create a simple button with the text of open drop down, and we will obviously use this button to open our dropdown. This means that we must also listen to a click event here on this button. When I click on my button, I wish to run my open method that we must create. Now to create that method, I must open my overlay.component.ts file. In this file, I can simply create open void method, and that's it. To open our overlay, we must make sure to use it here in our component properly. For that, in the constructor of this component, I will use private property of overlay, and I will set it to be the type of overlay. This overlay must be imported here at the top from @angular/cdk/overlay. Now, in my open method here, I can create a const of overlay ref, and I can set this equal to be, well, this.overlay that we just imported, and on it I will have this option of create, well, the method of create. This way we are referencing the overlay package. Right after it I will create the const of dropdown overlay, and I will set it equal to be, well, my new component portal, and I will use this inside of this component portal I will use my overlay dropdown component that we also generated next to this overlay component. This way we are referencing the component that we wish to use as a dropdown. Also be sure to import your component here at the top, and also import this component portal from @angular/cdk/portal. Now here in our open method we can simply use our overlay ref, and on it we can use this attach method to attach a specific overlay. And for us, the overlay will be our dropdown overlay that we already generated here at the top from our overlay dropdown component. That should be pretty much it, but we still don't have the content for our dropdown. For that, I will open my overlay dropdown.component.html file. And in this file, I will simply paste an ordered list. Also, I will open up the overlay dropdown.component.css file, and in here I will paste some styling. With all of this in place, we can test our overlay. In my browser, I can simply click on my button. By doing that, I can see my dropdown section. We obviously didn't use any package for this dropdown, but we created one overlay and style it to look as a dropdown. Which means that you can create your own overlays as you wish and also style those as you wish outside of the material theme and material styling, well, as long as you use this overlay package. But this will be all for this video. Don't forget to subscribe as I post new content weekly, so you don't miss something. Thank you all once again, and bye bye!